Hello, everybody, and welcome. I have today with me Mary Ellen of Vendvana. Thank you so much for being on the show today. How are you today?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm glad to be here.
Happy Thursday. Everybody needs a reminder right now what day of the week it is, right? So, Mary Ellen, why don't you please take a minute to introduce yourself and your business and kind of how you got, into this business. And I'm going to share this live stream a few places while you introduce yourself.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm Mary Ellen, the co-founder of Vendvana. And just a little background about me, I'm from North Carolina, and I've been out here 11 and a half years. I can't believe it. I've always said, the day I lose my accent is the day I'm moving back. Well, I haven't lost my accent yet,
No,
so I guess
haven't.
I'm staying out here. And plus, my husband is from California. So we got that West Coast connection with him as well. So here we are. And speaking of that, we both have been involved in Barter for the past 10 years as a member. And so when we were coming up with our next passion project and when we were coming up with our next business venture, we decided to launch Vendvana. So Vendvana came out of the passion of wanting to help our business community, wanting to grow our business community, and just wanting to, share the message of barter with everyone.
Yeah, so could you explain just a little bit? We'll get into more detail later, but just a brief overview of what is the Vendvana, platform, or how does this bartering work? Maybe a lot of people aren't familiar with this type of system.
Yeah. So my elevator pitch is, if you think about it, if you have extra goods, services, products, appointment space that extra capacity, you can sell that for trade credits. And then with the trade credits that you have available, you can buy other things you need for your business or lifestyle from the Vendvana members. So instead of paying cash, you pay with trade. So it's just another form of currency.
Right. I love that idea, especially as, I mentioned right before we went live that this is a time where a lot of businesses, especially small businesses, are strapped for cash, but they also would like to get the goods and services they need, and would like to also be able to provide other people the services or goods they offer.
Yes.
Yeah. And before we go on too far, I want to say I love the accent, and I'm from Southern California myself.
Okay.
So we've been here 7.5 years, and I can't believe we came in here on the 5-year plan. We weren't going to stay longer than 5 years, so.
Well, it's easy to just drive over to Southern California. You can be there in 5 hours, so you can go anytime you want.
Yes, that is the nice part about it for sure, because that's where all of our most of our family still is. But so especially in these times right now, I'm guessing you work with a lot of different businesses. What are some of the problems or struggles you're seeing with businesses in trying to get the services or the things they need to actually just keep their business running?
Well, one thing I see is a lot of businesses, they have their blinders on. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, and then they come home and go to bed. And it's repeat every day. Well, they're really missing out on opportunities to what we like to say is sharpen the saw, no matter what that sharpening of the saw is. So, especially in the time we're in now, is think about ways that you can be innovative. Think about ways that you can just adjust something as minutely as the email marketing you do. If you make a period, an exclamation point, that could make all the difference in the world. So it's about thinking about ways that you can, take what you're doing and just make it better, and then see if there are other tools you can use to make your business thrive during this time. Because if you don't innovate, you're going to get left behind.
Right. And that's what I think we're seeing more than ever. And that's one of the things I've been trying to say a lot about is right now is pivoting, innovating, finding any way to communicate appropriately to your, customers or to your clients. So I love that you brought that up. Even, the one mini change in an email can absolutely make a difference too. So testing and trying out those different things. So are you seeing, have you noticed, this actually wasn't, I gave Mary Ellen some questions ahead of time, but I just thought of this one. Have you seen an increase in bartering activity in the last few months, or what have you seen kind of in your business with all the pandemic changes?
Well, the cool thing is we're also part of a national organization called IRTA, which is kind of like the Barter Exchange Chamber of Commerce, if you will. And so we've been able to not only, talk with other, people here in the Phoenix or in the Valley, but we have a larger network to where we can talk to other barter organizations throughout the United States and really hear what they're going through and what they're doing. And so, yes, barter, we've had to adjust, who we're targeting per se, because right now, a lot of people need those home services. A lot of people need marketing. A lot of people need services of that kind. So that's what we're seeing, an influx of services right now. And then, of course, when we get back to normal, the restaurants we'll do more restaurants, we'll do more travel, we'll do more of those things because they'll be opened up. So, that's what we've seen is right now the businesses that are open and working, those are the ones that are active within the transactions.
Right. So it makes sense. Obviously, if your operations are shut down currently, you're probably not needing to barter for much. So obviously, I think most people listening to or watching this know what bartering is at a basic level, but can you kind of explain it as relates to businesses using it on your platform? I guess you can kind of tie those questions together. How does your platform work? And then, what are the basics of the bartering concept and why is it so important or useful to businesses?
Yeah. So if you think about it, 2 important facts. 1, bartering is to supplement your cash income. It's to supplement the cash that's coming in. So let's say, your appointments, you have a few appointments that aren't getting booked each week. Well, instead of getting a big fat goose egg when those appointments are going unbooked, you can put those up on barter to get those trade credits. So it's a way to supplement the cash business that you're already doing to help round out the business. And then 2, the cool thing is it's multi-party. So let's say, Krista, I don't have to, let's say I have oranges and you have apples. I don't have to, sell my oranges to you and then buy your apples. So how it works is if I sell my oranges to you, I can buy someone else's grapefruits. So it's a multi-party platform to where you are able to do business with everyone within the community. And so then talking about business owners, when you're making those decisions, think about it. I can pay with cash, I can pay with credit, or I can pay with trade. So if I can save my cash and if I don't have to put it on a credit card, why not use your trade credits that you've built up within the Vivana marketplace?
Right. So I love that. So I love that multi-party concept. So you don't have to just find, okay, this person has what I need and I have what they need. You just can put out what you have and then get that credit back somewhere else. That's really, Correct. Really cool. I think I can see how that could be so useful to a lot of people. So what are 1 or 2 of your favorite success stories or maybe creative or innovative stories about people using bartering for their business?
I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig because, we were able to do our honeymoon on barter. So wow. We went to Fiji, and so if you think about it, Fiji could be a pretty expensive trip. But if you do it with trade credits, it makes it a little easier. Yeah. So, we like to, use ourselves as, representational because we've actually used it, So not only is barter good for businesses, but it's also good for those lifestyle things. Like, for example, I got LASIK eye surgery done on it. We've had a DJ for a party. Wow. We've gotten an ice sculpture. So it can be other things other than just, business related things. It is also fun things. Right. Like we said, before you go out to dinner, let's see if you can pay for it on trade instead of paying cash. So that's really cool. And then also a testimonial for one of our members we have right now. He's a newer landscaping company. And so as a newer company, what do you need? You need business cards. You need, he needs magnets for his van. He needs stickers for his landscaping tanks. Well, he did a few jobs in trade and was able to get all those marketing materials he needed through Vivana. So it's really good, especially for those startup businesses or those entrepreneurs who they're ready to go to the next step, but they might not have exactly, how do I do that next step? Are there other ways out there other than paying cash or credit? So, that's really cool is when we're able to help those businesses take their business to the next level.
Right. So those like cash strapped startups, right? Or solopreneurs or whatever that they know they need X, Y, and Z to make their business get going or grow from where it is, but they don't have the money necessarily, but they can provide a service. So that's awesome. I love that. And I love that, honestly, like you mentioned, like all the things, the fun things, you as a business owner, yeah, maybe you're not going to get goods or services that relate directly to your business, but instead of getting cash, you're getting a trip or a night out at a restaurant or whatever it is. So that's really cool too.
And like another good thing to think about as a business owner is, let's say, you want to do employee appreciation. You want to do client appreciation. You want to have, an end of year party. Well, those kind of things can add up. But again, if you have trade credit, you can buy those gifts. You can buy those gift certificates. You can buy those things that you need to, provide those for your employees or your clients. And it's another alternative to get those things you need, to do those little extra things, again, to take your business to the next level, to make your business really sizzle.
Right. Yeah. I love that. There's so many different possibilities, and so I'm guessing based on the variety of services and goods and things that you've mentioned, the platform has people and businesses of all kinds then. Is that the case?
Correct. So we are currently, obviously, the more diversity, the better. So we are growing our membership base in a, right away of different businesses. And, like we have one lady, she she does health and wellness, but then she also does piano lessons. And so, if you think about that too, if there's something that you enjoy that it might not be business related, but you also do that, that's also something that you can barter out, or your piano lessons. So it's really cool, in that respect. And then two, if you think about it, if you have a second home, a lot of people have homes in Rocky Point, they have homes up north. Well, if you have weeks that go unbooked, again, you're getting a big fat goose egg. So why not put those weeks up trade? And if someone purchases that week, at least you have trade credit that you can then use for other things you might need. So, it's cool to think about not only business related, but personal related as well.
Right. And my brain's over here going, oh yeah, like I'm a college professor. So like if I, had some time to fill or wanted some trade credit and people weren't looking for necessarily my marketing services that I provide, I could put up there even, helping, like I actually used to run a business school. So like I know a lot about the advising of picking your major and applying to colleges and all that. And so like I could even put out there like offer like for an hour to consult, to help students that are applying for colleges or things like that, or how to pick your major. So that's, my brain's going, there's a lot of things that I love to do that I help people with all the time anyway, that I could put out there and see if somebody else needed that. So yeah, it's fun that you can put whatever out there that might help somebody else and that they might want to trade for. So that's really cool. I want to know though, can you go in a little more detail? How on earth did you get enough trade credit for a trip to Fiji?
Well, like I said, we've been involved with it, in the past. And one thing is like barter is the same. Whatever a cash paying client would pay for, that's what you would charge the same on. So if, for example, like marketing, let's say you have a marketing gauge that's $1,500 a month, it adds up quick. Every month you're getting $1,500 for that one particular client. So you can have, $3,000, $4,500, you can get trade credit really fast and get those more, expensive items. So it if you really think about it.
Yeah, that's true. That makes a lot of sense. So, if somebody were to be interested in joining your platform, can you kind of explain like what's involved with getting signed up for something like this?
Yes. So normally it is a $49 sign up fee one time, and then the membership is $10 trade and $10 cash each month. And then there's a 6% transaction fee on all things that you buy and sell. But with what we're going through right now and what we're experiencing, we have a join free campaign where we have a join for free and a 90-day trial where the monthly membership is free as well. Because again, we want to extend the bartering opportunities to as many businesses as we can. And so this is our way of saying, hey, come give us a try on the platform and just check out, see how, bartering can really be a you. And then, another thing is we're really about the community. So our why really, our why is building a community, like-minded professionals. We also have week masterminds. A good way for us to, get to know each other, to know the different services that we do, get to know our passions. And it really brings us to become this really tight-knit community to where when we out, oh, I need this or that, to Vivana first because I know Krista and I know she can do a great job. So, it's not only, yes, bartering is, we do, but we also in the aspect to where we're just, really developing this relationship as well.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like, that focus on community is more important than ever right now, with people being so isolated for the most part for the last few months. Obviously, there are some people who have had to continue to go to work, but a large part of people have been stuck at home a lot. And so having that online community where you can connect with other people is fabulous. So and I love how you did that pivot of, that businesses need the help of bartering more than ever. And so you offer the trial and everything like that, because you're so confident in what the bartering service does that once they're on there, they're going to start making transactions and they're going to stay a member, right? So that's you're helping the community, but you're also helping to build your business, which then helps everybody who else joins, right? It's kind of like
it's a win-win.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So that's very cool. I love that. So if you could recommend for anybody who's wanting to learn kind of more about bartering and how it can benefit their business or even just their personal life, how they can use it, other than coming to your website, obviously, what's a resource you'd recommend? Like, is there a podcast or a YouTube channel or a book that kind of explains it?
I kind of want to do a little pivot here. And I want to talk about a book that when we were developing Vivana, that we
let my
there we
people
go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. So the founder of Patagonia, this is how we modeled Vivana. We modeled it off of what he's doing, what he's doing, and we did with Patagonia. Because again, like we said earlier, you've got to innovate. You always have to keep sharpening the saw. And so it's about how you treat the people, how you treat the environment, how you treat the community. And this was our roadmap to creating Vivana and creating what we've done. And so I highly recommend this book as, just that, that overarching, that little angel that you hear when you are working in your business.
Yeah, I love that. I know there's a lot of good things to learn from Patagonia and the way they do business for sure. And so I love that. And always a good book. There's so many great books out there. So it's always great to get a recommendation for one that, especially when you use that as like the foundation of the mindset for building your business. That's really cool to hear that story. So I hope people will. I'll drop the name in the comments as well so that people can definitely find that easily. But thank you for sharing that. So if people, are there any last takeaways or things you wanted to make sure that you shared about the bartering system, about your business?
I think really, it's super simple, guys. Like, there's a multiple ways to pay for things, and don't, again, there, yes, you have cash, yes, you have credit, but also think about barter. The whole cliche, think outside the box. Think
Right.
about different ways of doing business, because there are ways out there that will, not only help your, cash flow, but can help your business succeed. And, just be out there, think about different ways, innovate, just be open-minded. And then two, I would like to, if anyone's interested in joining one of our masterminds, by all means, be a guest, and then you can really get a good feeling about who we are and the type of people. And we call it a selective collective, because we're just a group of like-minded professionals who are just doing better business and doing better business through barter.
I love that. I love that you have that mastermind, and that, you give people a chance to be a guest to kind of explore and see if it's a good fit for them. And I know masterminds have become more and more popular, but with good reason, because it gives you a place to learn from others, to bounce ideas off, to be held accountable. So I think masterminds can be really, really impactful on your own personal development and on the success of your business even.
Well, and it's really difficult to set a meeting, schedule a call, or schedule, a Zoom call. And with our busy lives, it's like, why not just join us? Why not just see for yourself, get a good vibe instead of having that cold call on the phone. And it might be if it's a new concept to you, it's really hard to get on the phone. But if you see it in person, if you feel the energy, if you feel the community, to understand how to barter is just a little bit easier that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today and to share about this. I think this idea that a lot of business owners maybe aren't aware of, or they just don't think of. They might do on their own here and there, but I love the idea of the system, the community, the opportunity to barter for so many different things, by being a part of this platform. If somebody wants to learn more about the platform, about the mastermind, about joining, what's the best place for them to go to or to connect with you to find out more?
Well, again, I'm Mary Ellen, the co-founder. And if you go to Venvana.com/whyitworks, Venvana.com/whyitworks, there you can schedule, like if you want to do a virtual call, we can schedule a virtual call, or you can join straight from there, or you can get a better idea of how bartering works. And again, always you can reach out to me and my team anytime, Mary Ellen at Venvana.com, and love to discuss anything about your particular business and how we can be of service.
Great. I will make sure to drop the link to that the Why It Works page, as well as your email and the name of the book in the comments, so that people can get those easily if they want them.
Awesome.
So, thank you again for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you, Krista.
Thank you.